Welcome back. Let's talk about foreign cars in Russia. Despite sanctions following the Ukraine war, foreign cars like Toyota, Mazda and Mercedes continue to drive the Russian roads, as China holds the key there. A Reuters analysis of Russian research firm Autostat's data shows that tens of thousands of cars are being exported from China to Russia under gray market schemes. These often circumvents Western and Asian government sanctions and automakers' commitments to exit the Russian market. Now, how does it work? Well, more like the Chinese whispers game for the auto industry. Most cars are made in China, where many global brands build vehicles with local partners, or they are shipped through China after being manufactured elsewhere. Now, the ones in the fast lane are the zero-mileage used cars. These are essentially new cars registered as sold in China by dealers or traders. Now, these are then reclassified as used and exported, eliminating the need to get automaker approval. Zero-mileage used cars are often heavily discounted in China. But in Russia, dealers and shipping documents suggest they fetch prices similar to never registered new cars. Dmitry Zazulin, a sales director at a Moscow dealership, said many customers want to buy and drive cars exclusively from Western brands such as Mercedes.
Безусловно, на сегодняшний день достаточно большая часть наших клиентов и в целом людей в нашей стране, которые хотят приобрести себе и эксплуатировать только автомобили европейских брендов, такие как Mercedes. Мы более 30 лет уже занимаемся этим брендом и планируем и дальше им заниматься. Конечно, на сегодняшний день мы можем позволить себе возить их только по параллельному импорту.
The EU, US, South Korea and Japan have all imposed automotive sanctions. Now, this has slashed Russian sales of vehicles from these regions from over 1 million in 2021 to about 1/8 of that. This is as per the Autostat data. However, sales of Chinese-made German and Japanese cars are consistently rising. Since the Ukraine invasion, more than 700,000 vehicles from foreign brands have been sold in Russia. Global automakers including Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Volkswagen, Toyota and Mazda, they say they have halted exports to Russia. They say preventing gray market shipments is difficult, as investigations are complex and often outside their control. Meanwhile, Germany says customs authorities are actively probing sanctions violations in coordination with EU partners, while Japan and South Korea stress that automakers must comply with export controls.